Hi, it's Ivy Slater. So I thought I'd talk to you this week about podcasts that I'm listening to. One that's really caught my eye is called Acquired. Now, many of you know that Slater Success, that I have been hosting a podcast called Her Success Story since 2008. And I love it. I love meeting the people. I love hearing their stories. And so I'm always interested in listening to other stories. So Acquired caught my attention, recommended by a dear friend of mine that said, you have to listen to the Costco episode. I know it's long, Ivy, but do it anyway. So I did, and I got completely hooked by these two guys who talk business. They talked about the history of Costco, how it does as a business, what the principles and how they run this today, and the evolution. I found it fascinating, and I was like, okay, looked through the next episodes, and I was like, oh wow, one on Hermes, the French brand. I want to listen to this. I'm not even finished with it, and I'm already sharing things with you here today. What fascinated me about the Hermes episode is it's now in the sixth generation of a family business. That is not very, very unusual for a business to stay in the family, in the generations, for 6 generations without being acquired or a sale or an acquisition or a merger or any of the above. It talks about the principles of it. It talks about how Hermes has met the marketplace during different times and how that has evolved. It's talked about how bringing people up in the family and how they have to go through training programs and they have to work a 2-year apprenticeship. Having come from my early years in a family business, I really leaned into this and I've learned an enormous amount. And I'm actually still listening to this episode, and I still had to talk to you about it today. If you have questions about business, if you have questions about family business, or if you have questions about how to grow, scale, and succeed in your business, always feel free to reach out. Let me know, most importantly, what you think if you listen to Acquired. See you next week.